What's up, guys? It is me, Mad Samurai 84, here for my second video of January 2021's PS Plus plays. So we had our first game with Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which I really enjoyed. Second up is Greedfall. I've heard of this game, I haven't seen any gameplay of it, I just know the name, and I know the kind of box art from what I've seen. But other than that, I haven't seen anything else of the game, so I don't know what to expect. I'm on the wiki page and it says an action role-playing game developed by Spiders and published by Focus Home Interactive. The game is set in a 17th century style fantasy setting. Kind of has a slight Fable-esque kind of vibe with that kind of saying with that 17th century style fantasy. That's what I kind of, for some reason, I think what Fable is. But anyway, so I don't know what to expect. So for these videos, I play the game. I just jump in, play it. I talk about what I like, talk about what I don't like. I chat about other things. I give final thoughts where I talk about. I just kind of give a brief summary, and I'll give a thumbs up score whether I think it's a good game and a good offering. Kind of all molded in, so it can, that's how my thumb score is kind of dictated by those two things. So yeah, so I'm going to be jumping in. If you could please like and subscribe to my channel. Also, in the description there will be a timestamp which goes to my final thoughts if you don't want to kind of go through me playing the game. I don't know how long I'm going to be playing. I'll just be playing through it and then I'll kind of decide when I do it. So let's jump in and start playing Greedfall. See how this game goes. Here we go, straight in. Like this. Like this. Okay, so this developer, they did Technomancer, which I do have a. What is that shitty facial hair? Whatever it is. Or maybe it's not facial hair. We'll just go with the normal dude. So there's not too much like choice, but there's enough. There you go, let's go better that hair. Oh yeah, let's do that. Oh yeah, I'm liking that appearance. Well, I'm gonna go warrior, because for some reason that's what I always do. I don't know why, but that's how I do it, baby. Okay, boom. You know what? That actually, it's always a good thing to have your pocket picking down. Yes, anyway, the developer did Technomancer, which was actually not a bad game. I never finished it. I've got a digital copy on my PS4, it's a game I actually do want to play and finish off. But I don't really. They've got Orcs of Men. I know of it, never played it. They've done a couple of those Sherlock Holmes games. I played some of them and just not really for me. all Mars wall logos. Looks familiar, but I never said Bound by Flame. Okay, they did that as well. Never played that. Very Legends of Avalon. I haven't got a clue what that is, but they usually do role-playing games.
I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lord. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir. Truly, I must
Oh
hurry.
no.
My lord, I beg you. Her Highness.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
Hey, damn right. Alright, here we go. We're into the actual game now. Um, Graphically, I'm not, especially when I was playing the Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which looked really nice. This compared uh, doesn't look that nice. It looks okay, but it's not groundbreaking. Let's put it that way.
I wish you a good day, Your Excellency.
I wish you a good day, my excellency.
I'm sorry. I'm
I'm
afraid I
sorry.
can't
I'm
help you.
sorry. Why is it? Seems a bit weird. Just the whole camera changing and his running. I'm not sure. But you know what? Like it's not a terrible looking game. It's just not a great looking game.
Hey! Green blood.
And I've seen that this game Greedfall is actually already on Game Pass. So if you have got Game Pass, you can play this game. Um,
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as they will
yes.
go.
Enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our
You're
blood doesn't
damn
do
right.
anything in keeping you dainties alive.
I'm not in need
um,
of your protection. I'm no longer a child.
yeah. When was this released? I'm not sure when this was released.
Fight with honor.
September 2019. So it's about a year and a bit old. Okay, defend myself. Like, it feels like graphically, this isn't like had changed from Technomancer, which is a couple years older than this. Okay, pause. Okay, heal oneself. Boom. Huh. What? I don't get it. Do I have to get up? That just didn't make sense at all. Jesus.
What a green blood. Me who
That
thought
I
myself
didn't
a
really
hero.
like the combat in that.
Little hard to believe. Don't add insult to injury. This is humiliating enough. We'll need to get you through the basics.
Hmm.
Risk getting your feathers plucked at the first sign of trouble. That could
Yeah,
definitely
I got my
happen.
ass kicked. I probably need a better beard, to be honest.
Your training partner. Go.
I must
Fight with
say,
honor.
I've got a quite nice ass. So boom in the friggin' face. There we go, bang. Oh, change equipment. So how do I do that? Okay. Oh, now I've got a hammer time. Boom. Yeah, it just needs something that flows quite well. Oh, really? Yeah, it's just,
Appears we've brushed up on the basics.
It does, and I'd like to be on my way. I've quite the list of things to do before we depart.
Indeed.
it's like Technomancer.
You can
It
always
was an alright game,
the island if you feel
but it had a lot of like
Great departure.
issues. And I was speaking about it with one of my friends a while ago because he actually got it
coming with you.
a digital copy and he was playing it. He's like, oh, it's a nice game. It's full of bugs and like issues and stuff like that, and it's not nowhere near like an excellent, perfect game or anywhere near just being a really good game. But it is like a very nice game to play. You know, quite interesting kind of background story and the world you've been put in, and just nothing excellent about it, really. And this feels like it's going to be kind of more a similar thing. You know, I'm not really feeling the combat. I probably have to just get used to it. And that's the problem, you know, when you go jump from game to game, trying to get used to all the combat, this and that, the controls, and it's not the greatest thing to do. But I'm not feeling the controls. Kind of the camera.
What is this?
Oh,
Not been told to knock.
Jesus Christ, what's happened to her? Oh, like graphically, it isn't. It doesn't look like a game released in 2019. It looks like more a game released in 2014. I think like there's like a gap where you should the game should look good. 'Cause that looks like blurry textures.
Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind alone in an
What is that on his head, face?
Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing
Just shoot her in the head. That would probably ease her suffering.
we might find a cure.
Even if I did find it, I would never be able to return
Yes.
I know. But it brings me comfort to know my son has left on a mission to heal his people.
Well, at least you got an apple.
Time for you to take leave.
Well, an apple and a half.
Take this with you.
What is it?
A family heirloom. Something that take it and keep it with you.
Yeah, I can just see it. It's like Technomancer. It's like a nice game. Nothing great about it. It's just like a fairly solid game to play. You know, not pretty to look at all. Because Technomancer wasn't a pretty game to look at, and this is not a pretty game to look at by far. But it's probably going to be a half decent game where you can really get into it and kind of enjoy it. Really, you know, and it's going to be the world they put you in. is going to be kind of the thing. Oh, yeah. Oh, see, when you look here, that looks great. That does look very, very good.
Look, we can see the masts of the ship that will be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on. I hope this island will keep its promises. In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first. You're right. Maybe he's already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
Maybe.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to
Yes.
persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help. Of course. Where is the
Let's
supply?
do this.
In the lower boroughs.
Do you need to
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
cut his leg? Okay, that's my compadres. Okay, add a team. Boom. I wonder how much of this town I can go through. It would be nice if that whole place was just you could explore it all. Not necessarily go into all the buildings. It just would be nice if you could just go around that whole bit because it looks excellent. It really does. Menus look pretty good. They look pretty solid. And they look nice. Yeah, his running looks a bit stupid. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I feel like I could play this. That's when you get into trouble when you draw your sword. You're just asking for it. Oh wow, okay. Yeah, I'm just not. It feels a bit. Its movement still feels a little bit skittish, but yeah, that might just be me. I might be just being a bit crazy or a bit tired. It's a bit late when I'm recording this video, trying to get stuff done. But it feels a bit like, oh. It's not smooth like some other games.
Your Excellency.
Your
Lord de
Excellency.
I have been told that you were named legate. Congratulations. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that I
There's going to be a lot of
Excellency.
dialogue in this game. A lot of dialogue, so you have to get used to it.
He's about to take up office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him. I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought. Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is
His beard
impossible.
doesn't look that great.
Please convey to your cousin my
It looks
congratulations and sincere wishes for success.
it looks very odd.
Please tell me what troubles you. A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in Serene. A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist. Do people actually give credence to his lies? Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea. Remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well
Oh,
imagine,
this is the
it is
problem. You have to sit through all this dialogue.
this vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridger I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent. I
I
thank
think
you,
my hat is pretty badass.
and I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful. I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency. Goodbye, Lord Desade.
Let's get on with it. Yeah, there's just something that doesn't feel right about his movement and the camera.
Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything. Toothache, stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion heals all of that. And more still. This little phial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the Malichor. Alas, not yet. But your question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But
Bloody snake oil.
isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true? Then
Oh
don't
god, yeah.
miss out.
The characters are a bit ugly.
And give
They're
yourself
not a pretty bunch of people.
an energized life.
He looks like he's a bit tired and a bit stoned
Only
and
costs
sad.
coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and new again. Does it really heal everything, your potion? Everything. Absolutely everything. Except the Malichor, of course. That being said,
Just has to refute that, like,
top health
apart from
resists the
this.
Malichor best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid. You are right. It's a deal. I'm going to take two. There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now. There won't be enough for everyone. There he is. He's our man, no doubt. His speech is well polished. I even feel like buying some. And if we had a word with him, I wonder if he'll say...
Good old Mars, this son of a get.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan. In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you? Will you
Yeah.
try one of your potions to prove your good faith? Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition. Come on now, I saw you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients. As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. In your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness. I need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it. Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart.
Where's this bloody car? Is it round there? Yeah, I am. I do. I think this little world is quite nice. Here we go. No, okay, that's not it.
To my help, and death to the others!
Get out of here. Cheeky gits. God. And that's the problem with the whole looting. And I take everything. I do. That's my problem when I loot people. I want to take everything and the problem is I take everything and then, especially if it's one of those when you have a limit of how much you can take, you're just stuck with a ton of garbage. Can you do nothing? I don't want to speak with Kurt. Yeah, there's something not right about it. The camera.
Have you finally made up your mind? I happen to have a vial of your medicine. Would you be willing to drink it in front of us? To prove that there is no risk? This bullying is trying my patience. I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a rival. You refuse to taste it. You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace. No, look. The vial is still sealed. It comes straight from your stock. And you dare challenge me when you have just admitted to being a thief? Come now. You can see for yourself that I'm gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses. This might help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these brave folk. Yes, look, you don't have the right. Damnation. He got away. He can't have gone far. Find the hands up on a spike. Think back to the note that we found.
Where did he go?
He won't leave the city.
Where'd you go to the tavern? The local boozer. Don't know what happened there. He really just disappeared. Oh, it's just so. I'm not liking him moving. It's just feels terrible. Ah,
Good day, tavern keeper. Good
I
day.
want to see if they commented about that reception.
Has the Malachor really put a damper on your business?
Ah,
And then,
I don't know.
I also
He hasn't got the information I want.
I need to be off. Farewell. Goodbye.
Right, we have to start talking to randoms.
Greetings, Your Excellency.
Here we go. Maybe we'll go down here.
There are some days when you'd rather get drunk all day.
No, it's telling me to go up. Like, I really want to. I wouldn't mind getting into this because the world seems very interesting. But I just feel like these controls are going to drive me potty. Because I think the camera and the way he moves it's a bit odd. Now, I want to see, did someone say anything about reviews? Well, okay, how about. Oh, I didn't get a good review on GameSpot. Let me go to GameSpot. I want to see what GameSpot said about Greedfall. Accept that. Let's put in Greedfall. Here we go. Reviews. Okay, this is a PC review anyway. No, it doesn't really say much. They say the world is a beautiful place to explore, and I could tell that straight off the bat that it looked a bit of an interesting place. Just this whole controlling him.
What are you doing in my room? I'm not the only one that has found you. Have you seen the mob that is gathering in the street? I'm neither deaf nor blind. Why the spheres? Why didn't I leave the city while there was still time? The Alliance
You tell
ambassador is
me.
quite unsettled by your commerce,
But
and he is the
on
most
IGN, you got a much better review.
ruining my career wasn't enough for him. He's the very reason I had to leave the Alliance. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me, who was once a respected member of the Academy of Al-Sad. Why does Sahim bear you such hatred? I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose certain great minds of the Academy, to criticize their methodology. I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners, making them drink the most vile poisons. To find a remedy to the malachor they won't hesitate to kill. I could not keep my silence. It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace and earned Sahim's hatred.
So his skin is starting to look a little bit better.
Sahim warned me that you were an imposter. That doesn't surprise me coming from him. I was a master alchemist.
Master alchemist.
But I have a number of documents to prove it. I would still be one if Sahim hadn't set up a chain of machinations to disgrace me. Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor souls? These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain any harmful ingredients. But you could just as easily produce real healing potions. So why don't you? You don't understand. I fled. But I haven't put a stop to my own research. This potion is an attempt to create in those who drink it a resistance to the malachor. So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder. That is completely unethical. I don't have a choice. But it does not harm them, I assure you. If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it to you? I ran tests on myself for such a long time that I ended up becoming intolerant to it. A single sip of this mixture provokes in me now a violent reaction. The mob would have been furious in any case, but a normal dose, I assure you, is without risk. Your methods don't seem so different than those of your colleagues.
Yeah.
I don't torture people. And this potion only has side effects in high doses. Perhaps, but you're hurting innocents. I cannot let your commerce continue. So, what are you going to do with me, sir?
Let's help him leave the city.
But you must promise never to return. I swear it. Very well then.
I'm not going to arrest him.
Get you away from those who want to see you hanged. If we can't find a way to sneak out of here discreetly, we will have to confront the populace. I haven't lost hope that I'll be able to help them hear reason. It would be better if I remained hidden while waiting.
You're damn right. Like, I feel like I could really get into this game. I just have to kind of get over the not too excellent controls. Boom. See, that's why you get level 1 block picking done straight away, so you can start getting stuff like that. And so far, it's been rather seamless going from like
Listen, I beg you.
one area, well, out, in and out of the building.
Get in the back of the line like everyone else. Believe me, I understand why you're angry.
Mate, it's not money I want. That charlatan tried to poison us. I couldn't give a flying pile of dung for your pretty words. We're gonna hang him high. And you too, if you're an accomplice.
How absurd. I'm the one who put an end to his operation.
Well, in that case, help us catch him so he can be punished like he deserves.
He's trapped. He'll have to come out someday, you'll see.
Ooh,
Citizens, in my capacity as legate of the congregation, I order you to disperse. Disperse? It's that thief you should be arresting. You hear me, everyone? The powerful are behind this charlatan. They want us to leave.
We'll have nothing of it. Arm yourselves!
ooh.
To my help.
Looks like
Move away. Things are about to get dangerous.
get in there. Come on, I'll take you bloody all on. Alright, I thought I put that there.
Move away. Things are about to get dicey.
Oh, it's,
Keep far from danger, at least. Go and tell him the good news.
just doesn't do it for me. The controls, it's really terrible. It's very, very annoying. That they just feels like they don't try. So they give you a controls which are just a bit like half-assed in a way. Just make your character just move smoothly along with the camera.
So, did you find a way to get me out of this hornet's nest? I've gotten rid of the mob. Bravo. You don't go about things in a roundabout manner. You are free. Climb into the carriage and leave Serene immediately. Let me deal with Dr. Sahib. I owe you my life, sir. I will be eternally in your debt. I remind you to never step foot here again. I have no desire to return anyway. Farewell.
Okay, well, I'm going to give a final thoughts because this game you have to spend a lot of time playing because it's a big old RPG. So let's just give a final thoughts. So graphics, nothing special at all here. It's in some parts it's okay, but it's nothing spectacular, and it's a bit like meh. You're not going to go out of your way to gonna heap masses of praise on it about its graphics. Let's just say it how it is. Um, Controls, and parts of it's okay, but the actual just control of your character isn't too great. It feels like it feels slightly over the place to me. It feels like it just doesn't, and the movement of the camera, it just it could be, it should be much better, to be honest. But it just feels like they haven't made it a perfect
I tracked down your man near the coin guard barracks. Finally. Did you capture him?
perfect
Let's just say I put an end
control of your character. I don't get it why they can't give you it. It just feels a little bit jerky here and there. Same with the camera. So it's a bit like, it's not good. It's not good. Gameplay wise, the gameplay's well, it seems quite fine really. It's there's so many layers into this game, right? And I'm only literally blowing the dust off it. There's a lot to it, and if you've played this previous games from this developer, you'll know, there's quite a lot into it. But I have to say, commend it. Like on the world, it looks quite nice, and you can see when you on that opening section when you kind of came out and you saw the city, just looked beautiful, really, and the world does look good. And I say these guys know how to make a half decent world. Really, they did a nice looking one with Technomancer. Look at that, and it just looked quite nice. The world, like the buildings look nice. Everything looks like kind of well designed. There's a lot of areas to go through. Yeah, it's just like that's one of the things it's got, guys. The combat, uh, it's okay. It's nothing to go, oh wow, this is amazing when you're in combat. It's pretty good, There's worse out there, but there's far better kind of combat games in like kind of action RPGs. But I'm pretty sure it feels a bit similar to the previous Technomancer that I played of theirs, but it's not great. There's a lot of issues in this game, and there's some parts was okay with it, but it's it's one of those games where it has all these little bugs, but it feels like it'll be one of those games that when you start playing to it and then you kind of get into it and you start getting used to the controls, you'll actually start to really enjoy it, and you'll think it's a really good game. Because when you look at the wiki page on Metacritic, it got 72 out of 100. Really, Game Informer 7.25 out of 10. As I said before, GameSpot gave it a 5 out of 10, so they didn't like it at all. IGN gave it an 8.2. So it's one of those games where you can actually really enjoy it and have a lot of fun, or you can get really annoyed and not have fun. And I'm probably going to see it probably slightly on the fun side. I could play a game like this for quite a bit. I could put a lot of time into it, and it's quite fun, but it's not a great thing to look at. But it can, with all its sort of gameplay and its level design, and that makes up for it a bit, and it makes it quite enjoyable. And character design wise, so the actual kind of like clothes of the characters looks pretty good. Like it's just the faces and the textures in like their hands don't look great at all. It just doesn't look good in some parts. Like that looks alright, but when I look at the guy he's speaking to, he doesn't look good whatsoever. So what can you do? It's just like, look, he looks ugly, but my guy looks pretty damn good. It doesn't make sense whatsoever. But yeah, I personally could get into this game, and I think you guys could easily play this, and you'll probably be the same thing. You'd be feel like, oh, okay, it's a bit of this, bit of that. But once you start playing it, you start actually getting into the game, really, and actually kind of enjoying it. And I know just by playing this, I know this would be a game I'll be playing it, and I would actually get really into it, and I would actually, whether I will be able to kind of finished the game. I don't know how long the game is. What is the Greedfall game length? Greedfall game length. Let's just find out what kind of standard game length is of this. What are people completing the game at? If it will let me kind of Google that. It does feel like it doesn't want me to find out at all.
Lively there, lads and lasses!
Oh,
I'm Vasco.
don't be so hard on them.
I'm de Sade, the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
For some reason, I cannot get up what the actual game length is.
Tell me asking, but the young governor isn't with you. He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him.
Let's see if I use a different browser.
He hasn't changed his monk, sir.
I'm so having trouble trying to get the game length up. It's
Does the boy know anyone in Serene? Other than fellow Norns?
I'm just ignoring it. So I don't know how long this type of game is. You can have a lot of fun with it, I feel like, but
You haven't heard anything about my
you have to kind of ignore a lot of the kind of bugs and issues. So it's a bit of a poison chalice in a way. It tastes good, but there's so many things wrong with it. So to give this a thumb score, like, okay, finally my internet kind of spat out something. It's about a 35 to like 45-hour game, depending on how you play it, of course. So it's not too ridiculously long. It's a half decent game, so you can play it and have a bit of fun. So yeah, the thumb score. I don't think I could give it that much, but I don't think I want to give it that little because I feel like I would have a lot of fun playing this game. So I'm not going to give it a full thumb up. I'm going to give it a 3/4 of a thumb up because there's some fun bits about it, but there's a lot of not fun bits about it. So a 3/4 of a thumb up. It misses out on being a full 1 thumb up, but it's half decent. It's worth kind of giving it a download and have a go because you never know, you might have a little bit of fun. Because I know I can have fun with these games. So, alright, let's end this video. We've got one more to go for January. We're on a roll. I haven't spoken that much in this game. I've tried to go through it because there's a lot of dialogue, there's a lot of this and a lot of that in this game. But, just let me know your comments on how you would like me to make things better in future videos because feedback is always good. And I like to talk with people, so come on, let's talk this, let's get into discussion. Anyway, until the next video, take care and look after yourselves. Take care, guys. Goodbye.